Hello. If your kids are studying, then this video will definitely help you. I would like to ask you, are you aware? Are you aware which are the study traps in which your kids are? What is the study trap cycle you are aware of? Right? And if your kids are studying from standard 3rd or 4th till maybe 12th standard also, this video will definitely help you. And if you want to really know more about parenting, about kids, about relationship, about habits, about gadgets, and everything which comes to actually being an awesome parent, just subscribe to my YouTube channel. Right? So coming back to the topic, what are the three areas or three study traps in which your kids are? Let's understand this. And why it is important, because most of the times we are as parents under illusion, under perception that my kids are studying well, right? But they are getting into a trap. They are getting into a trap which you may not be aware, or if you are aware, you do not realize the intensity of it, right? In this video I'm going to help you to understand which are the three study traps in which your kids are when they are studying, right? Let's look at number one. Number one is when kids start studying, they study for 5 minutes and 10 minutes, and after that they take a break, and that break is for 30 minutes or 40 minutes, right? Break is for 30 minutes or 40 minutes or maybe 20 minutes, right? So what is this trap in this? The trap is the study time is only 5 and 10 minutes, and the break is 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, right? And whenever you as a parent see this, you may feel, wow, my kid is studying, my son, my daughter, my teenager, my preteen is studying, but that studying is only 5 or 10 minutes, and the break is longer, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, sometimes 40 minutes, right? So ideally in one sitting, kids can study 25 to 30 minutes easily. If your child is in 3rd standard, 4th standard, 5th standard onwards, definitely they can study for 25 minutes to 30 minutes in one sitting, right? So that's important, that you should observe whether your kids are sitting in one place studying for 20 or 25 minutes, right? That's study trap number one. Second important is that when they take a break, let's assume your kids have studied for 30 minutes, 25 minutes in one stretch, sitting at one place, right? Whichever subject may be, maths, physics, chemistry, science, whatever, based on their standard. Now when they take a break, in that break, they are mostly, basis my research, my study, they are mostly again watching screen. That screen can be TV, and mostly it is mobile, and in mobile they would be looking at some video games, some cartoons, and some of the teenagers, if they have their own mobile, they may be looking at maybe Instagram, or they may be looking at maybe other channels which are there, right? Or maybe going through WhatsApp of the groups. If they have their own school and friends WhatsApp group, they may be going through that WhatsApp group, right? So in this break, which is for 5 or 10 minutes, which they are actually taking, which is right, after studying for 30 minutes, but what they are doing in break, the trap is they are again going into screen. That screen can be actually watching TV, watching cartoon, watching video games, being on Insta, or being on YouTube, or being on the WhatsApp group which they are. And what happens, and the study trap is this, what happens when they spend their time 10 minutes on screen, on social media, on TV, right, is that their mind gets again engaged into that. It's very addictive. Why? Because somewhere you get a thumbs up, somewhere you get that like for your photograph, or somewhere there's a particular thing in which you get suddenly very feel elated or happy about it, right? So in that 10 minutes, your child is exposing or getting exposed, right, to maybe any screen or any gadgets, I would say, then that is study trap number two. The child may resume back after 10 minutes or 5 minutes to study, right? But the concentration level will decrease when again they come back. Why? Because in this case, what has happened is your mind has suddenly been into that environment of maybe a screen or a cartoon or a Insta or a WhatsApp or many things, and it is very difficult for them to concentrate. This is study trap number two. And what should be ideally done? Your question is, Mahavir, then what should be done? Ideally, in this 5 or 10 minute break, you should be actually without screen. Talk to your parents, talk to your siblings, maybe look outside the window, maybe eat some fruit, drink some water, maybe talk to a friend, not chat, talk to a friend, right? So all those in 5 to 10 minutes you can do. Or one of the best ways, listen to music, but not maybe on a mobile, because again you will get distracted. Maybe listen to a music through the audio system you have at your home, right? Or maybe you get those wireless speaker. You can ask your mom or dad, kids, you can help your kids in terms of having that Bluetooth speaker, wireless speaker, and listen to some music of your choice. Maybe that is something which will rejuvenate you, refresh you, engage you in that 5 or 10 minutes break, right? The study trap cycle is, your kid should not do any gadget, any screen in that 10 minutes. That's study trap number 2. And what is study trap number 3? 3 is, in this 5 to 10 minute break, if kids are eating sweets and junk food, it can be chips, it can be chocolate, it can be fries, it can be anything which is sweet or junk food or anything, what will happen? When they resume back to study, they will have that craving to eat that chips, that Lay's masala chips, or that cream and onion chips, or eating that Cadbury Silk. So anything which you are eating, that sweet or junk food or anything, that is something which they again will have craving when they sit down for study. So avoid anything which will again give that craving for your child, for your kid, when they do study. They should actually maybe drinking water or eating some fruit, but definitely not chocolate or anything, because as you're aware, when you eat chocolate, it releases that feel good factor which is called dopamine. That dopamine is something which will make you feel that, let me take one more chocolate, let me take that one square of the chocolate, and that's where you'll again have that craving. And what will happen is, again when you sit on your kid sits on your desk for study, you'll again feel, I want to eat that chips, I want to eat that chocolate, and that is where your kids will get distracted, right? So this is the study trap number 3. So let me revise, let me summarize, and this is a very short video and it's very powerful, because you should be aware as a parent what are the 3 study traps in which your kids are getting into. Number 1 is studying only for 5 or 10 minutes and taking a longer break. You may see your kids doing study, but the study time, sitting time in one duration is 25 minutes or 30 minutes. It can be comfortable for even a 10-year-old child. So one is, avoid your kids getting up from the study place, desk place, in 5 or 10 minutes. They should sit for 25 minutes, 30 minutes, right? Trap number 2 is that in the break which they get, which is ideally 5 to 10 minutes, in that break they should completely avoid gadgets, any screen, because any swipe or any WhatsApp group or any Insta or any TV or cartoon or any video games will make them again feel that, let me get into that environment. Remember, environment. That is study trap 2, which is avoid gadget, screen, anything in that 10-minute or 5-minute break. And last important is, in that break, avoid anything which is sugary, sweet or junk food, because again you will have that craving that, let me eat this because I'm feeling very nice. And the moment you get back to study, you will always feel that, okay, let me eat that chocolate. So these are 3 study traps, and you as a parent, as a mother and a father, you should be aware that your kids are not falling into this trap, because this has a direct impact on their concentration, on their focus, on their attention span in studies, right? I hope you understood this, and if you've liked my video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, write your comment about your experience when you have started actually implementing this in terms of getting your child out of your kids' study trap cycle. I would love to hear from you. And my channel is about helping you to become an awesome parent. An awesome parent is one who actually is engaged with kids, and at the same time they are giving their best to kids in terms of skill, habits and values, right? And that is important. So in this video I talked about how you should get better, how you should help your kids to get better in studies by avoiding these study trap cycles, right? I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you've subscribed to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.